If your life was a story, oh god, this lighting is terrible. If your life was a story, then what chapter would you be in right now? This is a very weird and sort of strange question to answer, and I've phrased it this way on purpose because I really want you to understand the gravity of this question, because it genuinely, like, I know it sounds like I'm saying this to get views, but I swear to God, this has changed my life. And this has made me see things in a different way that I wouldn't have even thought about before. And I really think that this is a message worth spreading, because this is really, like, extremely valuable. And the whole premise of what I'm trying to say is this. Think of your ideal lifestyle and your ideal life. So think of when you're like 45 years old. Where do you want to be? I'll start. So for me, I want a great physique. I want to have big muscles, big, sexy, masculine muscles. I want to look like I don't know, have a good physique. I want to have dosh. I want to have money. I want to do something, whether it be like, I don't know, touch wood that, oh shit, it's lucky. Touch wood that this YouTube stuff goes well and I can make some dosh off of YouTube. Or I'm grinding on like year 11 now, so hopefully I can get into a good job. Even more important than that though, I want to do something, because obviously I know that I'm not going to win a lottery every single day of my life. I have to like do something to get life sustenance. I want the work that I do to be so purposeful that I could do it for free. Like this YouTube stuff now, like, as you can imagine, I'm not getting money from my 25 subscribers. It's like 19 right now. It's like I'm not getting money from doing this. So the reason I'm doing it is because I would do it for free because I like it. So if I can turn this into a career, that would be haps, right? Or even like, I want to become, like, my dream job right now is like a doctor or a dentist. As I was saying, like, I've done work experience in dental clinics and stuff like that, and it's very like refreshing, I guess, to be in a profession where you're not like, I guess, grinding out like code for like your boss, or like grinding out some paperwork for something, but like people come in with a problem and they're like, Dr. Danuga, can you help me because I can't sleep or eat because I have a pain in my tooth? And I can open their mouth and I can see they've got like a cavity deep in the back and it's like kind of chipped a bit, and I can fill it up with my synthetic composite material that's like starts off as a polymer and starts off as a monomer and becomes a polymer. That's just some like dental lingo, you wouldn't get it. But the point is, doing stuff that I'm sort of passionate about, but also like I see like a value in, and giving me purpose, that's another thing that is good in my ideal life. One more thing could be like, I want to like develop good social skills and stuff like that, so like I can make good quality friends, I can attract good quality fine, you know what I mean? So basically it's like, in my ideal life, I want to have certain things that I've built up. Now, I'm not going to turn 45 and on my 45th birthday, I open up a Lamborghini and a job and money and a wife. Like, I'm not going to get that. I have to get that beforehand, grind towards it, and then I get that. So the whole point of this chapter stuff is that I think that how you should live your life is you have a chapter in your life where you focus on one thing and that's your priority, right? So around a year and 9 months ago, I started my gym chapter, where it didn't last that long. I didn't put on that much muscle, but I was very interested in learning how to become stronger and look sexier, into have bigger muscles and stuff. And that was my priority. So at that time, what I would do is I would research everything I could as to how to build muscle quickly. I would look at diets and stuff. I would even research steroid cycles and stuff like that. I was really getting deep into it. And then after that, once I had to pause that chapter because my year 11, so my ATAR maxing chapter was coming up, and I had to focus on that one. So now I'm sort of in that chapter where I'm trying hard to focus on my academics and try get the most out of school. So I've spent at the end of this year, I've spent 12 years of my life in school. I have to get something good out of it. I have to get a good, come on, so yeah, I'm focusing on trying to get the most out of my schooling and secure a good course, university course, so I can go on to then do a very high fulfilling and really rewarding job, really. So that is my current mission, my current chapter. After year 12, maybe I'll focus on my social chapter, where I'm trying super hard to be as social and then work on that skill, and yeah, things like that. So I think that how you should organize your life is you have chapters in your life, and every goal and every vision you see yourself having in the future, you sort of want to separate that into, at this time, I'm going to work as hard as I can to build my dream physique. After that, I'm going to work as hard as I can to get dosh and do business. After that, I'm going to do as much work as I can to do this YouTube stuff and try and help people across the world grow my platform and really spread a positive message and do good for the world. Then after that, it could be I work on something else, right? But you always want to have your main goal in life, and that's what you put 95% of your effort toward. I'm being for real. You put 95% of your effort toward this. So, and this makes a lot of sense when you have two conflicting things of interest and you want to decide, okay, which one takes precedence. So for me, today, I could either be studying at a particular time or I could be going to the gym, right? If I was in my gym chapter, in my muscle building chapter, I'm going to the gym, fuck the books. But I'm in my studying chapter, I'm in my chapter of my life where I'm focusing on trying to do well in school, then I'm going to sacrifice the gym to then focus on the school. So when you really block out your life like that, you then really see that you're actually making very, very noticeable gains in one thing, instead of putting your effort into everywhere and then getting mixed results that are kind of just bullshit results. But you're focusing heavily onto one thing, seeing the results through, and once you've drained that avenue dry, you then move on to the next one. And life is just about picking goal after goal after goal, smashing it down, and then over time you sort of build your life. I read a book, it's called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. He talks about the way to build wealth is over time you procure assets, like real estate, stocks, bonds. I don't know much about that stuff, but I think the same rule applies to building your best life. You start by gaining assets in life assets. So a good physique is a life asset. You put all your effort into this asset of like gaining my best physique. Then I move on to the other one, and you keep switching like that. And after a couple years, and after a couple goal switches cycles, after a couple of chapters, you've made so much progress in all areas. You're no longer the guy that's obsessed with fitness and nothing else. You're no longer the guy that, I don't know, or now you're the guy that's got the best physique, or a really good physique, that's got the best status and fucking finance, and has the most fun life, has a productive, meaningful job that he like really loves doing and finds passion in doing, is the most social and has the best life for himself, has a great family, stuff like that. It's you want to focus on one at a time and max that out. So, and once you do that, you'll make faster progress in all areas of life. There's really no way to do it that beats this method. I've heard about you do things in moderation, but everyone you look up to doesn't do shit in moderation. You know, trying to think of an example. Who's like a very successful, you may not like this guy, but Donald Trump, right? He's like a successful businessman, right? And he also ran for presidency. I'm sure when he was working on becoming the president, he wasn't closing business deals and doing transactions with like different companies. His focus was on becoming the president, right? Every man you look up to, and every person you look up to really, they have that one thing in their life that becomes their obsession. It's the people with obsessive mentalities that often go the highest, because they obsess over one thing until they've sucked it dry out of everything they can get from that, and then they move on to the next thing and continue gaining progress like that. And I hope this inspires you to like reevaluate your life and figure out, is your life really centered toward one thing? And if not, then it's time to pick up a whiteboard or a book and write down right now, what is my most important priority? What is the thing that will give me the highest ROI? So that stands for return on investment, where what is the thing that's going to give me the most return on the investment I put in terms of time and effort and stuff like that. Once you really do deep journaling and deep inner work and figure out what it is that you want to do and maximize at this time, then gear your life so everything points towards that. I'll give you an example. Right now, my goal is to do like as well as I can in school. So this means I wake up early. As soon as I wake up, I'm doing schoolwork, right? Some people might say a productive morning routine is you wake up and you go for a run to work on your fitness. But fitness isn't my priority right now. It's not. My priority is doing well in school. So everything I do is geared around what can I do to maximize my school time or my school success. Once I'm finished with that, then my next thing is fitness. Then I'm going to be obsessing about fitness, looking at the best like anabolic windows to eat my protein after a workout, and which cardio is the best cardio for like an ectomorph versus an endomorph and all that like technical jargon. You see, you pick one thing and chase that down, like you hound it down relentlessly. And that's it for this video, guys. So if you're an action taker, if you're a pussy, you won't do this, but if you're an action taker, you get a whiteboard or a book and you write down, in my life right now, what is it that's going to give me the highest ROI, return on investment, and then you gear your life toward that. If you do this, I promise you, you'll be in my comments fucking thanking me for saving your life or making your life that much better. So stay at it, keep at it, and keep improving.